And we are live for NHL Talks on all things wrestling and crack screen production.
Episode 1.
Yes.
Episode 1. We've been keeping this kind of close to the chest, guys. We wanted to get all the pieces together. We didn't know if we were going to be able to do this today, but here we are. It's episode 1. We're doing something podcasty. And I look like a Bob Ross oil painting of myself. Like, how do we fix this? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I just made a Bob Ross reference at the top of the stream.
Yes. Hello, Landon.
Hello,
also,
Landon.
just so everybody knows, in Dave's stream, I can do this, and you have to pay for the privilege of doing this. Yes. Please support both me and Dave with channel membership for wicked emojis on the channels. You can, I can also put emojis in my chat.
You know what? Just because it's my channel and I got to create the emojis, I'm just gonna spam that one because squat up, bitches. And you know what? I think that these new emojis are quite cool. So there's our cool emoji too.
Yes.
I mean,
and we definitely have to thank.
You got Plank over on Tom's channel. You got Squirtle with the cool sunglasses over on mine. Because
I do think we need to thank first channel member and first donator of the channel for finding and giving you all of these emojis. I want my credit, damn it!
Playing games, this is what I want to see. When I die in games, that is literally CSPF, like EFF, as in like the letter F.
Hey, awesome,
and
Jay.
When I'm squirreling off and my ADHD is kicked in, that's what I want to see from you guys in chat. Is squirrels.
Hey, awesome, Jay. Yes, you get to see me and Dave full for both in the same aspect ratio for the podcast. Dave's set up a bit differently. I've currently got who's winning in what league and everything like that on the bottom of the screen. It's quite busy, but we're yeah. Dave's gone for a little bit more of a simplistic look. I've gone for a bit more of a informative look.
Mine's only gonna complicate itself as time goes on because I like what Tom's got. Oh, yeah. And Tom, actually, you're a member now, aren't you?
I am.
So I actually need to edit my description again.
And put me in the description.
I do.
I paid for the privilege of having you acknowledge me in your chat description. And at some point when I can be bothered, I'm going to make you shout out my name at every single stream. Because I can.
Yeah, that'll cost you $4.99.
Yeah, you already know I'll do that. I just want to make you say me. And I'm going to request the name of greatest of all time, all things wrestling.
Oh, fuck off.
Hey, I'm good, Resident Evil. How are you? We're very good, Frank. We will get around to doing stuff in a bit. We're just first 10 minutes of these podcasts are going to be dedicated for you to waiting and allowing people to join, kind of thing.
And you will always have there will only ever be the
like 2 weeks away.
Two labeled numbers in my description as well. So Tom, you will have the distinction of always having the 1ST right beside your name, because you were the first.
Yay! Privilege, boys. I love it.
We're talking about the NHL, and like not just our teams. I'm doing well, Frank. How you doing?
But yes, This is a new weekly podcast we're doing every Sunday night because we realise that we can't be asked to play video games on a Sunday night, so we need content to fill Sunday.
Well, and I can't be bothered to do a second video gaming stream in the same day, so.
Yeah. No, I did not know that.
Those of you who were looking forward to Skyblock, but my roommate was up, so when he's around, I like to, especially on the weekend when the wife's off at work, I like to try and play games with him. So. Yeah, we did.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, you know what? I think it's about that time that, I'm sorry, Tom, but I forgot to add you. I'm sorry. You are now officially added to the live stream on my end.
Oh, good. We are here. I have a cool little badge.
But yeah, guys, so again, I just want to say thank you guys for helping me get to 1,000 subscribers. With that has come the ability for me to do memberships. So you'll notice that underneath my stream window that you'll have a nice new button that says join. If you click on that, it does cost money, so be aware of that. But it gives you access to the cool emojis that I have spammed in chat earlier, as well as additional perks that do come along with each level. You get your name in the description. Go Leafs, go! We're not watching a game, but we will be discussing. Leafs, go. We will be discussing the hockey game.
Oh yeah, by the way, you now have to shout me out because I'm now a stoner level.
Oh shit. Yeah, you'll get your shout out when I say
hello Marie. No, I do not have kids. There we go. So now I am officially the first member of, well, I'm technically your first member for 2 different levels.
Welcome to the insane asylum.
Again. I'm back to the insane asylum.
Well, I'm glad you checked in.
Yes, we will be discussing last night's loss.
No, yes. Tom, how does... Oh, by the way, I was reading into memberships. It's 70, not 50.
It is 50 because if you go into, or at least with mine, if I go into the go into settings and then go into agreements in the partner thing, it states right in there for me. Subscription revenues, YouTube will pay you 55% of total net revenue recognized by YouTube subscriptions. Maybe Canada's different, but at least for the UK, it's 55%. Yeah, it's 55% for me. But yeah, we will be discussing everything going on currently in the NHL.
How does that work? So if you pay, because you already did the 99-cent one, right? So do you just pay the difference now?
Yes, I've now to pay you the extra $4. So you're still getting the exact same amount. Just so if I went up to your next tier, I'd just have to pay to make up the difference for it. There is a donation button. I was the first donator. Because I have to be first. Yeah, everything.
There's always been a donation button. What do you mean? It's been a link in the description, but nobody seems to want to use that.
I know. I really prefer that. We get more money out of that one. Why is my phone dead? It's 10%. Turn the fuck on.
But I honestly thought that Kev was going to be the first one to become a member. I thought he was going to beat you to the punch.
He did not.
But, yeah.
He should have, because he was here before me, and he would have had it. Well, I kept trying, and my phone just kept saying, nope, not happening. Not allowed to give this guy money. I'm like, you will not tell me what to do with my money. I shall spend it on Dave's membership.
Tom, did I fuck something up?
No, why?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Because I have it as a display instead of fucking.
I look fine on
Alright.
your screen.
No, I know, but when I had that minimized, it was not. So I have to keep my streaming software up on the screen that I had it. We're gonna have to adjust it for next time, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, if you capture as a window, you'll be able to put stuff over it. Like I've currently got the stuff we're about to read off on over. I have to keep the streaming software open, but I've got you over it.
Uh,
In a
by the
second.
way, Awesome Jay, in regards to your comment you made earlier, you can't be the Intercontinental Champion because I've already been promised to be made Intercontinental Champion. That's how they got me to stay in WWE instead of going to AEW. What? Um, Tom, I think we're hitting that 10-minute mark. Do you want me to kind of act as host, or do you want me to, or do you want to act as host?
I'll be the host for a bit.
All right.
Okay, well.
Then let's get started because it's been about 10 minutes now.
Yeah. What do we want to kick off with? Because the first one just broke off. Just said I basically had to subscribe to it.
Let's talk about let's start off by talking about our teams then, like we said we were going to.
Okay. Yes.
So
let's get the stats up.
So Leafs would be our champion team, so we should probably talk about them last.
Yeah, let's
so,
cover the Kraken. First off, the Kraken came off a massive, finally picked up a victory with going 4-2 over the Red Wings last night. They got 4 goals in the third period. They were losing. Went into the third losing 2-0. Came back to get 4 goals in the third.
Oh shit! It would go to figure that yeah, on a good show the night we don't fucking watch, but
yeah, I know.
yeah,
I'm honestly not
good on you, Kraken. I mean,
yeah,
get that win when you can.
Yep. Obviously, well, we have had definitely ups and downs. Like in the last couple of weeks, we lost to the Leafs, obviously, because Leafs were going to beat them anyway. We didn't make that look easy. We lost to the Senators and Lightning, but we did manage to beat the Canadiens. So I'm happy about that.
Here's another positive to take out of that. Yeah, they've lost a bunch. They lost what? They've lost 3 of their last 5, but of those, in 4 of those games, they've scored at least 3 games or better, or 3 goals or better.
Yeah, apart from Lightning, we've scored. Yeah, scored.
Right.
Yeah, scored.
So I mean, it's not from lack of trying that they're not winning, but
no, that's true. Apart from Lightning, who thrashed us.
Yeah, I mean a good showing from what I can see here. I don't remember the game very well, but a good showing against Carolina this past Sunday. So, 3-2 final in Carolina's favor, but went to shootout against Senators, scoring 3 goals that night. So again, shootout or sorry, OT against Senators, shootout against Montreal. Kraken beat them outright, and they beat the Red Wings outright. But good showing, good showing.
Yeah, and obviously this will lead into later, but this is the point we have to talk about how the team captain of the Krakens have now been acquired by the Leafs. We'll go into more detail in a little bit, but that's a massive blow for our team to lose our team captain.
Yeah, I mean, to be very honest, if I read and remember what I read correctly, it's a big blow for now, but in the for a developing team, what the Kraken are getting in return far exceeds what they're giving up in value.
Well, you're not wrong. With I think Giordano is like 38, so he's got what, couple of years left, really at most.
And
Yes,
I don't. I'd have to. Again, I'm not as familiar with players from around the rest of the league, so I can't really speak as to what their what position they play without looking. We're not talking about WrestleMania, dude. It's a hockey conversation. New York Islanders lose to Philadelphia Flyers 2-1 in regulation. So tough break for New York Islanders.
Islanders could have really used that win.
Seeing as we're talking about the Leafs and the Kraken, I don't mind going outside of the realm for right now because I do have the Twitter post right here. The Leafs are sending 2 second-round picks and a third-rounder to Seattle for Mark Giordano and Colin Blackwell.
Yep. I've also got other significant trades right in front of me, which we'll discuss in a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just looking at. I want to see Mark Giordano. Okay, here's Sportsnet. Love Sportsnet. All right.
No, awesome, Jay.
Okay, the Leafs, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Again, this is quoted straight from Sportsnet. This is not me writing this. The Maple Leafs acquired veteran defenseman and Toronto native, along with center Colin Blackwell, from the Seattle Kraken on Sunday for 2 second-round draft picks and a third-round selection. So Giordano is a veteran defenseman, which is exactly what we need. He'll probably pair up on the second line defense for the Leafs. As for where Colin Blackwell will fit in, we will have to see.
He's 28 years old. He has had 8 goals and 17 points in 38 games with the this season. He also scored a shorthand goal against us earlier this month. So.
Here's something you might want to know. Is Seattle is retaining 50% of Giordano's $6.75 million U.S. salary cap hit for the remainder of the 2001-2022 or 21-22 season.
That good for the Kraken or bad for the Kraken?
It means that for right now they're paying like just shy or just over $3 million to Giordano.
Yeah, that's not good for them, is it?
No. It's not really good for the franchise to really, in the first season trade away their first captain, but yeah.
But it's our 2 teams coming together, Dave. The harmony between the Kraken and the Maple Leafs.
Yeah, okay, so here's what Tom was saying: 8 goals and 17 points in 38 games with the Kraken this season. The 28-year-old who scored shorthanded against Toronto earlier this month has put up 23 goals and 49 points in 119 games with the Kraken, Nashville Predators, and New York Rangers. So he's still a rather young player who is possibly done
I'm good, Kevin. How are you?
Done it from the AHL and coming up now. So
yeah. Okay. Let's get on to Leafs conversation. Obviously, we first off have to talk about Matthews getting himself suspended. Is one of the biggest things coming out of the Leafs in the last couple of weeks.
Now the major question that I have here for our chats is what do you think that Matthews got what he deserved, or do you think he should have been, they should have been more lenient? Do you think that they should have given him more games suspension? What do you guys think?
I think 2
Katie,
games was
Jesse's on her
acceptable.
way home from work.
Yeah, I think 2 games was an acceptable amount. Hey, RIP channel. Yeah, I feel like he got the punishment that was justified for the offence.
All right. We're not talking about wrestling, Awesome Jay.
Yeah, we are literally doing a podcast, dude. We kind of need to keep it on topic, mate. This is more of a you listen to us talk than we talk to you kind of stream.
Well, Cole Salvatore.
Yeah, unfortunately, man. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
We'll answer. We can. I'll happily answer it in a bit. Just keep the question loaded, mate, and we'll answer in a bit. Obviously, we need to now talk about the humiliating loss against the Predators.
If the chat's not gonna go if the chat's not gonna chime off on Matthew's suspension, I will. I personally think he should have gotten at least another game. And this is the guy who cheers for the Leafs. I personally feel that regardless of what the other player did, he is a star player, very skilled, and he should very much know better than to be cross-checking players in the head. Okay, hard cross-check the way he did to the body. Yeah, suspend him a couple games. That's great, but it was the fact that he targeted the head, and he didn't only hit him once. He hit him twice. The second time being the one that really connected. It was. I personally feel like he should have gotten at least one more game. Yes.
Well, I still think 2 was enough. Personally, I mean, yeah, he did kind of overreact. He definitely overreacted, to be honest. I mean, the play was being an asshole, but there was no need to cross-check him.
Yeah, definitely deserved the suspension, though. I'm not going to argue that.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, Leafs. Let's talk about their Predators loss.
Do we have to? We already had to sit through it. What do we need to talk about it for?
True. We talked about it, Landon. Now leave me alone.
They got smoked by and we were saying this last night. This is just the one part that I do want to repeat. I don't understand how they can beat a team like the Carolina Hurricanes, who have been absolutely going crazy this year, and then they play someone who's not the Hurricanes, and their wins are a little harder fought, if is all I'm trying to say, and they lose to the Nashville Predators. Like I don't get it. Right?
Yeah, I
lose to the Predators dominantly, beat the Canes, beat the Stars, lost to Buffalo. Buffalo's doing all right this year, though, aren't they?
Yeah, the Sabres aren't doing too bad, to be fair. Well, they beat us twice. Sabres beat us both times.
Right? Had to go to OT with the Yotes. Beat Kraken, but almost lost that game from what I remember. Right? Like they're losing to weird teams.
Really are. Yeah, we
Hello, Nathan. How you doing, man?
Yeah, the Leafs are in what I would like to call a slump, and they need to sort the shit out desperately.
Yeah, because they're actually not too far off from. Basically, right now they have they're in a weird spot because there's what 3 points separating second place in the Atlantic, from first place in the overall wild card.
Yes.
Right? Because I mean, Tampa's got 84. The Leafs have got 83. Boston's 2 points behind the Leafs. So
yeah.
there's actually only 4 points separating the or less separating the top of the wild card from the the rest of the league. So it's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
We need to get out of this slump really badly.
We really do. Obviously, having a new defenseman is definitely going to help. I do kind of feel like we need a new goaltender because Mrazek's not great. Corcoran's all right, but he's still very green, as last night proved. He had a good, very fire first couple of games, but then got completely dominated. He is still a green player. He's literally just come up to the big leagues. All the weight's on his shoulders.
Can you work, please?
I do work.
It wasn't working. You were very frozen and very glitchy again. But anyway, let's get it. My day's been great, Nathan. Call of Duty stream. Now we're doing this hockey thing. I want to move on now. I want to talk about some other teams who are on streaks. Like I'm going to come out and say it. The Montreal Canadiens have been on a bit of a tear lately. They've strung together a few games and made it look like they're not entirely trying to throw the season. But the team that I really want to talk about is the Arizona Coyotes.
Oh yes.
They are in dead last place. I'm pretty sure that they may not be in Arizona for a very long time, or for much longer. But yet they're being able to string these wins together.
Yeah.
To give you guys an idea of just what they're. I'm just looking it up now. What they've been able to do. Oh, and they're playing tonight, so they're down 1-0 to the Sharks in the second period with 12:20 left. But in the last few games, okay, so they lost to Pittsburgh yesterday, but 6 goals against the Canadiens on Tuesday. They played again on. It was back-to-back games. Monday, Tuesday. They played the Senators on the Monday. Scored 5 goals. Lost to Boston in a 3-2 battle. Beat the Leafs 5-4. Beat the Red Wings 9-2. Beat the Senators again on the 5th of March with an 8-5 victory. Beat one of the hottest teams the hottest team in the Central Division, the Colorado Avalanche 2-1 in regulation.
Avalanche is literally the top of the entire NHL in points.
Yeah. So when you really break it down, I mean, up until yesterday's game, which was final, they had scored all in all 35 goals in 6 games.
Yeah, which is pretty damn impressive.
What was it? Because I wrote it. I want to make sure I have
35,
that stat right.
35 goals.
Let's see. Yeah, 35 goals in 6
Kraken.
games.
Kraken case, the other our second team that we follow.
Yep. So we've already got a clip. Wait, what the hell's going on? Where'd I go? Tom?
Yes.
Where'd I go?
Oh, I don't know where you've gone. Hello. Where are you?
Oh, there I am.
There we
You
go.
made me disappear. He made me Houdini on this bitch. All right, but 35 goals, I said, in 6 games. That's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. I don't think that there's any team in the league right now that can claim to have done that.
Yeah.
But anything else for like streaks and whatnot that we wanted to cover?
I think that was it. We want to talk about the Canadians and the Coyotes. I think they were like the 2 main people.
Yeah. Okay, so well, seeing as we've done like teams who are on streaks and doing really good jobs, I think we should move on to scoring leaders and who's looking at. I think it's called the Vezina Trophy.
Yeah.
What is the trophy awarded to the top scorer in the NHL? Okay, I got to rephrase that then. What is the trophy awarded to the top goal scorer in the NHL?
Sorry, Mr. K9, we don't cover NWA. We don't have time.
Okay, so the Rocket Richard Trophy is what it's called for the leading goal scorer. So right now, Matthews is 5 goals ahead of anybody who's even close to him. Or is that a 6? That's a 6. Yeah, so he's 5 goals ahead. Looking like he's gonna get the Rocket Richard, but who's up for the Art Ross? Connor McDavid, 90 points. That's crazy.
Yeah. Armadale was doing good with assists. And his goal scoring's pretty decent as well. He's 6th.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have got to remember that Matthews is leading. He also has played 5 less games than the other 4 people in the top 5. He's played 57 games, and everyone else has played 62.
Okay. Vezina is the best goaltender.
Who?
So right now, Frederick Anderson's in a 2-way tie for 3rd for the most wins this season by a goaltender.
Jesus.
Yeah. Couldn't do that for us, could you, fucker?
He's an asshole.
Played 39 games and won 30 of them.
Damn. That is quite impressive.
Wow, he's actually got 4 assists this year?
That's really? Crazy. That is insane.
Yeah. Yeah, he leads the league in assists by goalies too.
Decent.
Wow, look at Markstrom go. May not have won very many games, but he's at 9 shutouts this year.
That is quite impressive, to be fair. Quite impressive.
And that would attribute to why maybe why Calgary's number 1 in the Pacific Division.
Well, it's definitely not going to hurt their winning chances, is it? If you're doing so many shutouts.
No, it's really not. But I can't think of anything else on that list that I want to cover. So let's move on to the next thing.
Yes, we have got a couple more. Who's been traded where? I have lost it. Oh, there it is. Is this it? I have lost it, I think.
Okay, you're being a pain in the ass. I don't know why. You had sent me. Jay Beagle went and made his Bolts debut the other night. Yesterday, yeah. Matter of fact. And apparently the Panthers and the Lightning had made a trade before that game involving Jay Beagle. So that's your baby. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know what you
want. I don't know. Just Eagle pointed it out. So.
All right. Okay. So let. I'll just do it this way then. Why are you? Why are you being such a piece of shit, stupid computer? All right. I don't know why this is being so fucking stupid. Was there anything else you wanted to cover, Tom, or did we just about get to all of it?
I think we got all of it. I can't think of anything else. We've talked about hot streaks, we've talked about Leafs and Kraken, and any trades that have been kind of confirmed.
Yeah, actually, sorry, I was going to look up the more information on that on the Beagle trade. Beagle makes his Bolts debut.
Yeah, while we're talking about Flades, Florida acquired Philadelphia Flyers captain Claudio Giroux. Montreal
Tampa
Canadiens.
Bay Lightning. Sorry.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Lightning, Florida Panthers trade. Apparently, the Blackhawks are dealing Hagel to Lightning for multiple first-round picks. Okay, I'm gonna Google that a different way then. Tampa Bay trades. Tampa Bay trade history. Okay, so March 20th, Tampa Bay trade details. Nicholas Paul to the Ottawa
This will be an every
Senators
Sunday
for,
thing, Kate, unless we run out of things to talk about.
Joseph. traded Brandon Hagel, two fourth round picks, or that's what they got. I guess. Sorry, I'm reading this backwards. And Chicago gets Taylor Radush and Boris Ketchuk, as well as the 2023 first round pick of the Tampa Bay Lightning, conditional, and the 2024 first round pick of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Damn.
They made a trade with on February 1st with Nashville for they gave away Jimmy Huntington for Anthony Richards. It was an AHL trade. Where's the one that they got for Beagle? Anyway, I don't see it, so I don't know. This will probably, I don't know, I don't think this can carry Sundays moving forward, but it'll probably be at least a once every second week or so.
Yeah.
We'll be a little bit more prepared for the next one too. This was kind of impromptu.
Yeah, we haven't really had a chance. Okay, so I think the last thing we should discuss is who's in the standings where and what we think is going to happen over the next week or so regarding who's going to potentially be where. Do you want to start with the Atlantic Division?
I see the Leafs getting passed by Boston.
Yeah, currently Panthers are at 90 points.
Either that or Tampa will.
Yeah. Panthers are currently at 90, followed by the Lightning at 84, Leafs at 83, and Boston at 81. We have lost our last game, whereas Boston has won, but Tampa Bay has also lost. So currently, no one's catching the Panthers. I tell you this now, no one's catching the Panthers.
Yeah, and definitely
Panthers are staying at number one.
The Colorado Avalanche either.
Oh yeah, hell no one's catching those in a million years. But there's a very big race for second, third, and fourth place at the moment. With the Red Wings being, well, to be fair, no one's going to take Boston's place because the Red Wings are at 57 points and they are fifth. So nobody in any way, shape, or form is going to catch Boston. Not with that many points between them.
Illuminated in the first round?
Yeah.
It's got to be the onus has to be put on the team as a whole. Either what the coach is telling them to do ain't working, or what the players are out there doing ain't what the coaches are telling them to do, or it just ain't working. It's a team effort. You win as a team, you lose as a team. You live by the sword, you die by the sword, right?
Yeah.
I think Giordano's a good pickup for right now as an attempt to go deep into the playoffs. We're definitely hurting on our defensive lines, but yeah, I know. I knew exactly what you meant. I was just picking on you a little bit, but yeah. I don't know. I hope they're not eliminated in the first round. I really do, but as a Leafs fan for, the better, I'm going to say the better part of like 30 years because I'm 32. And I don't know how old I was in my earliest memory where I was watching hockey with my old man. But I've been a Leafs fan since I was a little kid. And I've learned not to get my hopes up when it comes to Leafs in the playoffs or
welcome.
Being in them, let alone making them. So, yeah. But it's definitely tight for second place in the Atlantic Division, and it can really go to anybody
at this point. Well, if we understand wildcards correctly, that both conferences get two, and either way, Metropolitan's going to have one and we're going to have one, because fourth place in both division have 80 and 81 points, followed by 57 and 67. So either way, the Leafs are going to make it into the playoffs.
It's between Boston and Washington at that rate, isn't it?
Yes, to who's going to be the first wild card. But either way, the fourth position in both divisions are going to make it into the playoffs. Oh, thank you.
The trade that allowed the LA Kings to grab Gretzky back in the day, because the LA Kings just slapped after they got Gretzky.
Gretzky is the.
But
always a good choice. Obviously, Metropolitan. We're talking about Hurricanes being great. Penguins are chasing them with 3 points behind, and they're on a 2-game winning streak. Where Hurricanes.
A shite year. I thought the Penguins were having an abysmal year, but apparently not.
No, mate.
They're second.
The second place with 85 points. Hurricanes have lost 3 games in a row. Penguins have won 2, so there's a very big chance that Penguins will take them. Followed by Rangers, 83, and Capitals at 4th with 80.
I will say this, there's what? Hold on, I gotta open a page here just so I can see something, roughly speaking. 62. So there's only like 20 games left to play.
Yeah.
So I mean, Florida could be caught if they went on a terrible losing streak. But the Carolina Hurricanes, they got to be careful. They could lose that first place spot. Pittsburgh's right there. Rangers are right behind Pittsburgh. They're only 1 game behind Pittsburgh. Washington's only 1 game behind New York Rangers.
Yeah, it's a very tight race.
They're a game in an overtime behind. So they're 2 games behind. You know. So I mean it's and Carolina is on a 3-game losing streak.
Exactly, so it's not looking good for them.
And moving on to the Western Conference, I mean the Colorado Avalanche, just calm down, bros. It's fine. You've made it. You don't have to whip anymore.
No one's taking Avalanche's spot this year at 93 points. They are not fucking going anywhere.
Yeah, no, definitely not. They've won their last 3.
The 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place is a very big, very, very big race because we've got Blues at 77, Wild at 76, and Predators at 76. There's a whole big race for who can get 2nd and 3rd in there.
Yeah, very interesting how that's gonna develop over the coming weeks.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm still pulling for those Coyotes. Come on, you get 40 points in the next 2 weeks. That puts you at 84 points. If everybody else loses every single game, you have a chance, Arizona. Keep putting those goals in.
They just need to make it. They're trying so hard.
Here's the thing, though. You got to understand this. There's still 40 points that they can get, which brings them to a total of 84. If the Blues even were to lose every single game, that puts them ahead of the Blues.
Yeah, which would put them in at least 4th position. I agree with you. I definitely don't see the Panthers dropping.
You know what I will say that I'm quite happy to see.
What?
Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3.
I've read
as it stands
Pacific. The Pacific Division, I really want to get into because there's a lot of interesting stuff to talk about there. No, this is just for this bit of content, King. This is just for this little bit of content.
All right, let's get in. I'm just happy to see that there's at least 3 Canadian teams being represented in the playoffs this year if it were to start today.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into the Pacific. Flames doing great at 84. LA Kings at 76 and Oilers at 74. But Oilers have had a 5-game winning streak. The current hottest winning streak in the entire NHL is the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah.
Good, Easy. How are you?
And I'd like to mention that they're currently in third place. That means they have, if the
Yeah.
playoffs were to start today, they're in. They're no
Yeah.
wild card, nothing. They're in. And
Yeah.
just what I think it was maybe 3 weeks to a month ago, I was listening to the announcers for an intermission, and they were going, "Are the Edmonton Oilers going to make it, or are they not going to make it?" And nobody seemed to know, and there was a couple of them who predicted that the Oilers would make it. So I'm happy to see that you know, middle
Yeah.
of Canada represent.
We like it. Ducks are on a massive losing streak at 6 losses. That's terrible. But we're speaking of wild cards, at the moment, the wild cards for the Western Conference are the Predators or the Wild, because they're both on 76 points, and barely clutching it is Golden Knights. If the Dallas Stars win one more game, they will be the other wild card. There was 1 point between the second
I
wild
just want to
card.
acknowledge my chat for a minute here.
Yeah.
Anthony, Leafs fans for whatever reason are like hella rabid. They for whatever reason they just tend to overreact about everything. And the Leafs have lost their first 5 games of the season. The season's on fire. They're doomed. They're never gonna make it. And they win the next 10 in a row, like they did this
Yep.
year. So I mean, the Leafs fans tend to overreact quite a bit. Though the world's always on fire as a Leafs fan. Denver, as for the age, he's 38. He's only got another most hockey players by the time they're 45, they're all used up and can't really go anymore. So he's
So
only
we've got what,
two, maybe 3
six
years,
seasons
good
left
years,
at
if
most.
that.
I mean, he's
I'm
very, very
I'm
good.
not arguing his skill, but I'm saying he's only, that skill is going to deteriorate very fast in the coming years as his body struggles to keep up with what he wants it to do. However, he is a good asset to have in the next couple years because it's the Leafs are a very young team. We got a lot of youngsters who are making a whole lot of money. And to have somebody like Giordano in there to represent that veteran, that veteran attitude, and that veteran experience, to bring that into the locker room, is very helpful. Plus, we need something on the blue line desperately.
We definitely do. We definitely do. I think Gargano is definitely going to mentor the younger defenders who, can't pull their shit together. They need someone to come and boot them up the ass. And I think he's going to be the perfect man to do that. He's going to whip that defense in shape.
A lot of people give Tavares shit. Oh, we pay him $8 million. He should be scoring goals. No, we don't pay him $8 million to score goals as much as we do. We pay him millions of dollars to help these, the kids, who are coming up, the Matthews, the Marners, the Nylanders, that are getting 70, 80 points a year, and helping them learn the ways of the league, how to not be big-headed, and still be a very skilled player. That's where Tavares comes in. How to conduct interviews properly, how to be that, because being on the Leafs is a very media centric place to be. You have cameras shoved up your ass constantly. People are always interviewing you. How do you think the last game went? What do you think of this player? How do you feel about the coach? What do you think about the GM? Do you think you're gonna make the playoffs this year, lady? It's only game 2. Like, chill the fuck out. Anyway, but sorry, I went with the female, interviewer to not be sexist.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
every team needs at least 1 or 2 veteran players to mentor the younger talent, as Dave says. If you've got a completely young team, then yeah, a lot of young players will tend to get a bit big-headed and think, I'm the best player ever and I can do what I want, and then your team starts falling apart because you've got no one there teaching these young uns how to be a respectful player on and off the ice rink.
2 things.
Hi,
Ronnie Hood. And the New York Rangers giving the Carolina Hurricanes yet another loss in a row. What is going on with the Hurricanes? And that's not a game they want to be losing either, because that gives 2 points to the Rangers, which ties them with Pittsburgh, and would put them within 3 points of Carolina too. So that's a bad game for Carolina to lose.
Definitely. Carolina needs to start getting their wins back. Otherwise, they are seriously going to lose that first position. Officially, Rangers are second.
What are you? Sorry, I'm not. Is that supposed to say accent?
Well, you say accent as general, or how he said, "Hi, Ronnie Hood," because we're trying to sound like Nick Riviera from The Simpsons.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
But yeah, we're hitting that 1 hour mark, Tom.
I think we've covered everything that we need to talk about.
Yeah.
Generally, I can't think
of anything more that I want to cover.
No, we've covered talking. We've gone into detail. Thank you, Ronnie. This will be a Sunday, twice a month, maybe more, depending on if then anything actually exciting happens.
Yeah, we wanted to. We do a lot of NHL coverage, or this was my thought on it. Was we do a lot of NHL coverage, but it's always the Toronto Maple Leafs or the Seattle Kraken, and we give very little coverage to the rest of the league and the goings on in there. So I wanted to dedicate at least a little bit of time to the rest of the league for each week or each month, a couple times a month. Again, this is something we're rolling out to see how it goes, and
yeah.
Do I see them in the game Wednesday? The Leafs?
We are playing the New Jersey Devils, who are last in the Metropolitan Division. So knowing our luck, we'll lose. It's a game that we should win, so I can see us completely flopping and losing it because Leafs in it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, the Carolina Hurricanes are probably one of the coldest teams too right now. Having lost, including tonight, having lost 4 in a row now, and it's only going to get worse for them. They play Tampa, then they play Tampa twice in the next.
That's not going to do good because Tampa's quite on fire at the moment. Apart from the last loss.
I mean, they have a couple games where they could go either way against Dallas and St. Louis, but and the Capitals for that matter.
Yeah, you can't be bad as the Ducks though.
Sorry, what?
I said the Ducks are worse at 6 games. 6-game losing streak for the Ducks.
Oh wow. It's a shame because I'm pretty sure they started hot this year, the Ducks.
I'm not sure, but now they're literally not doing well. We beat them. Yeah, they were doing all right.
The Bruins are still the first wild card.
Yeah, good night, Ronnie.
Oh, you're leaving already.
Been here for 4 minutes.
All right, but yeah. I think the draft is going to be interesting this year.
Yes, that we'll probably definitely have to cover who goes where when everything's fully out. Because I believe it's tomorrow. The everything gets done.
Yeah, the trade deadline is tomorrow. I'm pretty sure. I don't mind beer. Awesome, Jay. It depends on what mood I'm in. I have a 3 beer in the fridge from a 24 pack that I bought, and just as I drank them, I didn't want them anymore, and now I'm on a bit of a whiskey kick again. I feel like having whiskey and cola, so it just depends on what kind of mood I'm in.
No, it definitely wasn't an
But
unintelligent question.
just for the record, my favorite drink is an open one.
Heh, noise. He loves Coors Light.
Ew.
Loves Coors Light.
Take your fucking piss water and get the fuck out of here.
Thank you, Ronnie.
With it. My favorite brand of beer. So I've tried a few. My go-to brand is probably Molson Canadian, but I don't mind Corona. I don't mind Heineken. Heineken's a little overcarbonated actually, but it's not too bad. Steam Whistle is a great beer, brewed locally in Toronto.
Ooh.
I've only ever
It's
had
local
one
beer for local people.
They're quite expensive actually. I think it's like $15 for a 6-pack or something like that. It's something stupid, but like it is like this beer goes down like water. Corona's a type of beer before it was ever a virus.
Yeah, about to say, dude, Corona's been around for literally very, very long time. The beer Corona's been around since like 1800 something. It's normally enjoyed with lime.
Yeah. I also don't mind. It's an offshoot brand, but it tastes so close to Corona. But it's called Brava.
Ooh. Oh, thank you, Ronnie. I hope they do, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, we've hit over the 1 hour mark, so I think this is about the end of the podcast. We discussed.
I think that's where we wrap it up, there, guys.
Yeah.
That is going to do it for hockey or NHL talks. I keep wanting to say hockey talks, but that just sounds like honky tonks and just makes it sound stupid. So it's NHL Talks, episode 1. Thank you very much for joining this. I have been Crazy Dave.
I have been All Things Wrestling.
And until next time, guys.
Peace out.
Happy watching.
And we're out.